Hello, dear stranger. Welcome to my part of the web. I'm your host, NashiFe, and today we are going to be drawing some Cyberpunk Edgerunners fan art. Quick housekeeping thing, though. I know the speed paint quality is horrible. I'm well aware, and I'm so sorry. Okay, so basically, I was trying to draw with this program that was not working with me. The program is called Painter. I was under the assumption that Painter was basically the Android version of Procreate. Turns out it's not. It crashes. It didn't save my work multiple times. As you can see, the speed paint quality that it gives is god-awful. It's caused me a lot of grief. I'm not using it anymore. It's not worth the hassle. I use Ibis Paint now. All that to say, I know the speed paint's horrible. Just stick with me. I promise it'll be better next time. Back to what I'm actually drawing. Like I said, Cyberpunk Edgerunners is a show that came out on Netflix relatively recently at this point, or at least as of making this. Beware spoilers. I'm gonna give you a second to click off. If you're not gone by 3, 2, 1, then you'll be spoiled to know that everyone fucking dies in this show. Literally, the main character, David, he's dead. The two characters I'm drawing, they die. Or Lucy isn't confirmed dead, but I'm 99% sure she killed herself on the moon. Art. So context. Cyberpunk Edgerunners, it's set in futuristic setting. There are cybernetics, cyberware, shit like that. And our main character, David Martinez, his mom was scraping together all the money she could to send her little boy to good school. Obviously, it didn't fit in because people are cunts. Then his mom dies, Hart, and his mom also was smuggling stolen cybernetics on the down low to pay for high school. So, David ends up finding one of the cybernetics that she smuggled, which is this military-grade big boy cybernetic. He gets it installed. It's a good show. I'm not going to explain the whole plot, because that's not the point of this video. But I would recommend watching it, even though everyone does die in the end. I found it very enjoyable. Also, I just love Studio Trigger's work in general. Like, I really like their use of color, particularly in Lucy's hair. Speaking of Lucy, so the two characters I'm drawing in this piece right now is Rebecca. She's the character in the forefront, and behind her is Lucy. Lucy, she's the first person we're introduced to out of the two. Basically, she's David's love interest, and how she's introduced is basically like the screen goes black, and all David sees is like this pastel rainbow hair flittering in the distance. And it is so pretty! God, I love Lucy's design so much. Her design is so freaking pretty. Her hair, oh, and the way it's animated, scrumptious, scrumdiddlyumptious. Which is another thing about this show in general. Like, it's just really pretty. I am a sucker for neon colors and neon lights, and it has that, and I'm thoroughly pleased. I picked these two characters because they are my favorite characters in the show. Lucy because of her design, and then Rebecca, our front forward, think manic gun girl. Manic little gun girl. She is very much, her personality is very much akin to Harley Quinn, in my opinion, and I like Harley Quinn. What can I say? About the actual art itself. So basically, I sat down and I started doodling Rebecca and Lucy's face. Basically seeing how I want to draw them in my style, because I'm not one, I don't tend to do fan art that often. Like, mostly because I used to consume media really fast, but I'm trying to slow it down on that so I can actually remember and process what I'm watching. Hence why we have this delightful fan art right here. And then I pulled up some references. Please, for the love of God, get references, because they are so helpful. Like, beyond compare. This foreshortened perspective that I'm drawing right now, I can't think that up in my brain. Like, I had the idea that I want to be like, on the ground and like looking down at you, but I can't fully imagine and render two individuals from that pose from the jump. So I got some references. I got my references and I started getting down the pose, and then from there on it was just drawing the characters and then putting in flats. And I wanted to have like a really, really strong light source in this piece. I decided to do two complementary colors, pink and mint green? Is that what we can call it? Neon green? Because it's not a blue, but it's not a green. I'll call it mint green. Yeah. Cool boy. I'm really proud how this turned out. It was very, very fun to do. Not gonna lie, I did have a little issue, like, once I got all the flats down and, like, those bright colors, because I didn't know what to do from there. Like, I didn't know how much I wanted to render this piece, so I kind of just had to sit with it for a bit and be like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? But I decided to go in and properly paint and render everything. I ended up merging, like, I did a multiply layer to get all the shadows, and then I just merged everything together and just started painting from there, and then just picking and choosing and taking colors from the color wheel and stuff like that, because I used to be the one that would just use multiply layers for my shading. And in going to school and stuff like that, I've learned of this fancy little concept called color within the color. My art teacher will drill it into our fucking heads, picking and choosing around the color wheel, like colors that are like adjacent to what the color I'm working with is, so kind of like sliding it to be like a cooler color. For a lot of it, I slided it to be a slightly cooler color, and then ever so slightly took it towards like the black area of the color wheel, but not ever just using the same color and desaturating it, because that's just boring and it just makes the piece dead. I think that's enough of me rambling though. Let's check out the finished piece. There she is! I'm super proud of how this came out. And if you'd like to see more of my artwork, you can follow me on Instagram. And if you want to see my speed paints and stick around to hear my lovely little voice serenading you with my shitty little rambles and hopefully better speed paint quality and maybe a little something extra that I'm working on in the future, then please do hit that subscribe button. And I think you have to click a bell for some reason now too. Or don't. I can't control you. Have a delightful day, stranger. Bye.